do, and I've mentioned it before, is I speak at weekend events for the Yellow Ribbon Reintegration Program. These weekends are for service and family members going through the deployment cycle in any of our 4 branches of the military. I actually read this message and give them a copy because with all the things swirling around in their lives, one thing that they really need is to be able to precisely quote a message that has touched and helped their spirits. This message was for during deployment group, which is comprised of family members, spouses, friends, and older children. It's called One Obnoxious Parrot. A young man named John received a parrot as a gift. The parrot had a bad attitude and an even worse vocabulary. Every word out of the bird's mouth was rude, obnoxious, and laced with profanity. John tried and tried to change the bird's attitude by consistently saying only polite words. Did that one stop? One of the things I do is speak at weekend events for the Yellow Ribbon Reintegration Program. These weekends are for military service and family members going through the deployment cycle in any of our branches of the military. I actually read the message and give them a copy because with all the things swirling around in their lives, one thing that they need is to be able to precisely quote a message that has helped and touched their spirits. This message was for during deployment group, which is comprised of family members, spouses, friends, and older children. And I actually delivered this message before Thanksgiving. And I think it's a great message that would apply to the fact that so often our military family members spend their holidays without their families. So this was during Thanksgiving. It's called One Obnoxious Parrot. A young man named John received a parrot as a gift. The parrot had a bad attitude and an even worse vocabulary. Every word out of the bird's mouth was rude, obnoxious, and laced with profanity. John tried and tried to change the bird's attitude by consistently saying only polite words, playing soft music, and anything else he could think of to clean up the bird's vocabulary. Finally, John was fed up, and he yelled at the bird. The parrot yelled back. John shook the parrot, and the parrot got angrier and even ruder. In desperation, John threw up his hands, grabbed the bird, and put him in the freezer. For a few minutes, the bird squawked and kicked and screamed. Then suddenly there was total quiet. Not a peep was heard for over a minute. Fearing that he'd hurt the parrot, John quickly opened the door to the freezer. The parrot calmly stepped out onto John's outstretched arms and said, "I believe I may have offended you with my rude language and actions. I'm sincerely remorseful for my inappropriate transgressions, and I fully intend to do everything I can to correct my rude and unforgivable behavior." John was stunned at the change in the bird's attitude. As he was about to ask the parrot what had made such a dramatic change in his behavior, the bird suddenly continued, May I ask what the turkey did? Happy Thanksgiving and any holiday. And though your soldiers aren't coming home this Thanksgiving, we're all probably feeling thankful that the end of the deployment is in sight. I try to change the jokes I use when I come to these events, but I don't try to change the base of my belief in being of value to you in the accomplishment of your mission. And in the past, I've given you 2 F's and a J for the weekend. The first F was focus, Focus, finding ourselves creates unlimited success. Focus on you and let other people come into focus. How and what have you been doing to get through this deployment? And who's been helping you? Are you showing your appreciation for those who have stepped up and helped you brace yourself for a fall? Focus on you and let others come into focus. The second F was faith, Faith, feeling as if there's hope. Recognizing that the only thing we cannot do, and you have not done, is give up. And didn't we talk about it? When one door closes, go for the windows. Go for the windows because there's usually more options. There's usually more windows than there are doors. And what we have to do in life is constantly and consistently put ourselves in position to make a choice, because we make some very good choices. Look at your track record. Your track record says that you've made more good choices than you've made bad choices. So focus on what you do well and let your faith pull you through. And have you been remembering to give yourself credit and a pat on the back? You know, there's a high calling on your life. Don't minimize what you do. Not everyone can handle the pressure, so not every service member can come home to a waiting and supportive family. And your J was for joy, Joy, just one you. Without you, certain things wouldn't and haven't gotten done. So this weekend, I'm going to give you 2 more F's, and we'll keep the J, because it's worth the double shout out and reminder. The next F is fun. Fun, friends understand needs. You're not in this alone, and you can't do it alone. I know your family readiness groups have been there for you. And we want to spend this weekend not only talking about your pending reintegration, but about maintaining your support systems. The deployment life impact doesn't end when the soldiers come home. It shifts into another gear. And when it does, we want to be sure that you're ready and able to enjoy it. The next F is free, Free, facts, risks, excellence, and empathy. And it's a fact that the new normal of reintegration is not a slam dunk bad thing. Decide that there will be challenges, because growth breeds change. And the only difference between challenge and change are the 3 letters in the middle, LLE. Learnable life experiences. The risk is an acronym within itself, RISK. Recognition is success is key. And it has always been there, because it's not easy being you. But you take that chance every day, and it's worth it, because you are. Continue to take care of yourself, minimizing your stress by staying away from those cliches that don't define you. You see, practice does not make perfect. It makes purpose. Let your purpose be in striving for excellence, and your understanding that among your impending challenges will be an empathetic, whose turn is it to be compassionate? Everybody's been through or going through something in their lives, going through something. But the operative word is the self-fulfilling prophecy of faith. Through. We're going through. We are resilient. And for that, your J will continue to be joy. Joy. Just one you. Without you, certain things wouldn't get done. Please celebrate yourself, and please allow others to celebrate you and assist you. Each of you is an important piece of the puzzle, be it a small, medium, or large piece. But no matter how small your piece of the puzzle you consider it to be, without you, no puzzle is complete. Your mission is not over until you complete this process and the next piece in the puzzle. Don't be obnoxious. Give and receive thanks. Be your piece of the puzzle. And thank you for your service and for sharing your life. LIFE. Lessons intended for everyone. Meanwhile, thank you all for checking out my channel. Please subscribe and comment. Remember that your comments could be the inspiration for my next topic or joke. And take the time to go to sportyking.com and check out my monthly fun letter. Ciao.